Okay, coaches. If at any time you've got any questions, just post them up on the chat, and if I don't catch them, I know Rob will, and I'll answer them to my best of my ability. Okay, so tonight's presentation is going to be on the front six. Basically, how I coach the front six, along with the calls and a couple of things that we do as far as alignment, adjustments, things like that. This is just a basic overview. When we get into, after we get into the back five and the coverage, Rob has already asked me to do a couple more presentations. One of them I want to do is on advanced calls. So we'll get more into the meat and potato on some of the advanced stuff we do as far as odd fronts and things like that. Tonight I just wanted to go over basically what our fronts, how we coach our front six is from a stance, calls, alignment, technique perspective. So basically the front six, our main objective for the front six is to stop the ball from moving vertical in the A, B, and C gaps. That's their main job. We do that by compressing the line of scrimmage. What I mean by that is that we teach our kids basically the same thing that a Tampa 2 defensive line does. That is, they have to get off the ball and get behind the line of scrimmage and get into the backfield. The only difference is in a Tampa 2 defensive line, they're basically going to the passer. And if they run into the running back, they tackle the running back. We do things a little differently. The way I coach the line, or what we coach them, is basically a combination of the 62 shooter in conjunction with the Tampa 2 concept. So we coach them to get off the ball as fast as possible, get behind the heels of the line, and locate the ball, and then flow to the ball. And how we coach this is by teaching them how to compress a line. So essentially, as you all can guess, this is essentially a one-gap defensive line technique. So they're going to get into the gap, they're going to penetrate, they're going to locate, and they're going to find the ball. We're not playing a two-gap technique at all. Even really when we start teaching them the bull technique, which is a bull rush, it kind of looks like a two technique, but essentially all we're doing is compressing the line of scrimmage and then getting that guy off of us as quickly as possible to locate the ball. So it's not really a two-gap technique, but it can look like one. We're basically a one-gap defense. The outside linebackers, they are not mimicking what the defensive linemen do. They are actually penetrating the line of scrimmage, and they are attacking the near hip of the quarterback. So they're doing essentially the same thing that the defensive end does in his hunting technique, except he's hunting the quarterback. And there's really two reasons why we do this. One, because it puts further pressure on the backfield when we do that. But two, if you think about it, it's a natural progression in defending option, especially when we're playing a reading concept, which we're not going to get really into tonight. But when we're playing stack and we're having the outside linebacker penetrate gaps, it naturally has him attack the quarterback on his near hip. So we're automatically playing option by doing that. So it's just a good way for us to defend option by having the defensive end hunt the near hip of the deep back and having the outside linebacker hunt the near hip of the quarterback. Some real quick terms we're going to go over. I know the last presentation we went over quite a few terms. These are just terms relative to the defensive line. Ball get off. It's just the ability to react quickly and explosively to the first movement by the offense. You move when the ball moves, the foot moves, the hand moves. Whatever key you're watching, you essentially have a string tied from your nose to that key, and when it moves, you move. And that's really what we stress to the kids. And the two video clips that I put in tonight, I've got tons of video footage, and I actually tried to get 3, but Rob and I ran into an issue with how big the files were. So I downloaded 2, but the 2 that I downloaded, one of them really shows us jumping on snap a lot, but it was really because of the ball get off. We had been stressing it for about 2 weeks before this game. And then the other one shows a lot of mistakes that we made, and I wanted to really show these because they're really good to show things that we were doing wrong in conjunction with things we are doing right. So you'll see that tonight on the video clips.